Now in its 9th year, this is GabNet, the Great American Broadcast Network. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Hey, well, back from a long winter's nap, it's the Ramble, and I'm Alex Bennett, and we'll be here till midnight tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, that there is Chuck Farnham. Hi, Chuck.
No. And Happy New Year.
Oh, Happy New Year to you, too.
Yeah, I led right into that. Happy New Year.
Yeah. We're doing a good job, I think, of convincing them that this is New Year for us, right?
Feels like New Year.
Yeah, it feels like
a better year than last.
So what'd you do on New Year's Eve? Anything?
I watched the Hallmark Channel and then went to bed.
Really? Watch the Hallmark Channel?
I love the Hallmark Channel. It's my favorite channel until January 1st when I switch over to novellas.
Novellas. Okay.
Mexican TV.
Mexican TV. Do you have subtitles?
Yeah, but I just usually turn those off and turn the sound down and try to figure the story out myself.
See, I came up with a theory once that if I watch nothing but Spanish TV, right, for like a month, I would become fluent in Spanish.
How'd that work? Not so much.
I'd say I don't know, but I don't know how to say that in Spanish.
Right. I mean, I know like puta and besame culo. And, that's about it.
Yeah.
And neither of those are good.
Yeah.
So
so anyway, you watch the Hallmark Channel. I understand this year in their Christmas programming, they had a show that actually had a sex scene.
Yeah.
Was it?
And then they also do LGBTQ plus. I think I got that right.
What is the plus? Who's a plus?
I think you and I are the pluses.
Is that something going to a party? By the way, you can go to this party +1. Well, I mean, what is a plus? They have Disney Plus.
I don't know.
They have Paramount Plus, and they have LGBTQ
right.
plus.
All I know is the folks over at Lifetime will not show men kissing men, women kissing women, none of that.
Really?
But over at the Hallmark Channel, they have moved into that area.
Who won't show kissing with them?
Lifetime.
Lifetime.
I
can't believe you're
there
watching.
Are no gay
I
people
can't believe you're watching these channels.
Oh, dude. For years, I watched the Hallmark Channel. You can tell the story within the first couple minutes, and then you just see if you were right. And strange enough, you're always right, because it's always the same 8 people up in Canada that make the movies.
Now, I may have mentioned this on my show already last year. Okay.
Last year, yeah.
Yeah. There's
2023.
There's a glitch in my camera. I just saw it. Anyway, we went. At home, and Marjorie was waiting for it. A week till Maestro is on Netflix. A day till Maestro is on Netflix. Oh, it's on Netflix. Let's watch it right now.
Yeah.
Terrible movie.
I saw it was on last night on the little. It came up on my thing while I was watching the.
Yeah, you didn't watch it. You didn't watch it yet?
No.
Well, can I give you the best advice I've ever given you in my life? The most positive thing I will ever do for you in your life. Don't waste your goddamn time.
Time on the Maestro. Really?
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible.
You ever watch,
you know how sometimes you feel somebody made a movie because they wanted to win an Oscar?
Right.
So they did everything it took to win an Oscar. Now, to begin with, you know how you win an Oscar? Think about
the hell was that?
Oh, did I do something here?
Yeah, you got balloons happening. It's your birthday. No, that was last year.
What were those balloons for? Crying out
I don't know. I don't even know how to do the balloons.
No,
so.
I don't even have my reactions on here.
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's see here.
Can you turn reactions on and they create balloons?
Anyway,
'Cause if that happens, I'm in.
but people make movies to say,
Right.
"Give me an Oscar." And what wins? Do you know what wins Oscars the most? I can tell you immediately. If you do an impression of somebody, you will win the Academy Award.
Yeah.
Now look back at the history of the Academy Awards. There was 4 straight years where each the Best Actress and Best Actor categories all went to people doing impressions. It's the most sure way. You go, oh, he's a great actor. He looked just like Leonard Bernstein. No, give it to the makeup people, okay?
Right.
But
no, they'll probably win too.
Well, what happens is you put on that makeup and you'll look like Leonard Bernstein. You study the voice, you sound like Leonard Bernstein. But what do these things do to you? They hamper you because you're too busy wearing the makeup and doing the voice and the whole thing that you haven't got time to actually act.
Right.
And that's what happened here. He's
You're
terrible. He's terrible. The picture
is
pretentious in the way it's shot. There's nothing good about this movie. Marjorie looked at me and said, I was so looking forward to that. And I said, well, I wasn't, because I knew what it was going to wind up being.
Yeah.
It was a cry for help to win an Oscar.
So we'll watch what happens.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, you want a really good movie, you want to really enjoy
by the way,
yourself.
she is good in it, whatever her name is. The woman who plays his wife's very good. And Sarah Silverman's not bad. But anyway.
Oh, really?
What?
I got Sarah Silverman in that thing?
Yeah, plays Leonard Bernstein's sister.
Wow.
Yeah.
To tell you how I think,
yeah,
you should watch Waiting. It's called Waiting. It's a movie about a diner. And Luis Guzman should have an Academy Award. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, wait a minute. How old is this movie? How old is this movie?
Been around for a few years. I mean, maybe mid-2000s.
I think, I'm trying to remember, I'm starting to forget stuff, but I think I had Luis Guzman on my show in New York here.
Dude, that guy is a genius. And you watch this movie.
I know I interviewed him. I can't remember whether it was by phone or whether he came into the studio, but nice guy. Nice guy. Really nice guy.
And you watch Waiting and you're going to go, this is the most insane thing I've ever watched. And
by the way, there are people out there saying, Luis Guzman, who is he exactly? And the answer to that question is, and it's the best one I can give, he's the guy who was in that thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he's in a lot of them.
Yeah, in a lot of those things. Yeah.
And he kind of always plays the same guy. He doesn't really act. He is Luis Guzman.
Well, why not?
Yeah. No. It's a good.
For him. It's an easy part to play. Huh?
Who plays him? He's a character actor who plays himself.
Yeah. Can you hear that drilling outside?
Huh?
Can you hear the drilling outside my window here?
I mean, no.
Oh.
I did earlier last year when we were doing this.
Oh, last
They've
year.
been drilling for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus, it's been weeks now.
So anyway, don't go see Maestro. That's
okay. I'll stay away from that on the TV.
I've done you a real favor. What?
Did you see Barbie?
Yes. Now, here's what I said to my wife after it was over. I said, "What was a better movie, Maestro or Barbie?" She says, "Oh, Barbie by a mile."
Yeah, there you go.
And
I'm telling you.
Good. It's a good movie. I just flashed again. My camera just flashed. What?
You watch Waiting, you will spit up food. That's the kind of movie that is.
Really?
It is like, wow. They greenlit this thing and somebody gave them money. I always look at that stuff and go, anybody can get a check if that thing was made, because there's a whole bunch of reasons why nobody should give them money. But I'm glad they did.
Yeah. Well, I can't.
Well, I never ate cupcake last year. It's still here.
It's still there.
Yeah. Probably a lot.
It's probably really stale by now. It's my birthday.
Maybe
cupcake with a candle.
You can lighten it. Maybe I can light the candle and soften it up.
So, do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, I'd like nobody else to die. That's what I want.
That would be
I
good.
don't want to go to the hospital and visit people, and I don't want them dying.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my plan for the whole year is nobody dies.
Okay, well then I'm
Pretty
happy.
simple.
It'll probably include me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
and
you're on a very short list here, Alex. Trust me. No, you're sticking
I'm
around.
on a very short list.
Yeah, of people that I'd like to see sticking around.
Oh, I see. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And maybe, just maybe, we might do this in the same room in this new year. See how I
Could be. Maybe I'll come out and see you.
Yeah, or we meet in Chicago.
You're out there
On a
living.
train.
You're in Jimmy Fallon, Nevada.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot to do here.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
What would we do? Let's see. It's Saturday night. I've come out to see you, Alex and Chuck. I left the wife at home so we can party hardy. Okay.
Right.
Oh God, I can't even think about partying hardy. But
Yeah.
let's just assume I can party hardy. Okay. What are we
Okay.
going to do in Fallon?
Well, we probably go down to the. Yeah. I think we're probably going to stay home and watch that Bernstein movie. Probably that would be There's nothing to do here. Literally, I can take you out to the.
Well, wait a minute. Do you have like a soft freeze ice cream place?
We just got in the pizza parlor. They're now serving Dole Whip from Disneyland.
What whip?
Dole Whip, the soft serve ice cream flavors that they have at Disneyland. They have those now at the pizza parlor.
You know the thing that pisses me off about you. Okay.
Only one thing? Come on.
Oh well, I'll come up with a whole bunch.
Okay.
I'll write a list. Okay, but the top
That'd be good.
Of the,
Yeah, we can go through them. It'll be like therapy.
the top of the list was that you and I decided to go to Disney World,
Right.
and I bought tickets for both of us on the plane, and then you punked out on me.
Really?
Yeah.
Does
So
that happen?
I on the air I told the story that you punked out on me. You're not going to Disney World.
Are you sure?
And I said, anybody want to go with me? And this woman, offered. They said, what the hell? So we both went to Disney World together. I had all the stuff, I had the
Right.
yeah, and
I have no recollection of this. I can't imagine you and I would ever turn down a road trip with each other.
well, that road trip you turned down. I don't know why. You just said I can't go, and it was kind of at the last minute too.
Oh,
So anyway,
weird.
I went with this woman, and at least I had a great story to tell because we
Right.
went on that, that tram that goes to It's a Small
right.
World,
The monorail.
and I said to her, you know what? I would love to go back and say I did while I was here. And she said, what? I said, I'd love to say I rode this tram and I got a blowjob.
Yeah.
So she immediately went down on me. And as
Yeah,
we're traveling to It's a Small World after all, I was getting a blowjob.
It's amazing when you can get a yes out of somebody in the weirdest situations.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like we were.
I've never done this. Let's.
We hadn't had sex on the whole trip, and I just said, I've always dreamed of getting a blowjob on this tram. I kind of said
Yeah.
it as a joke, and she went down, unzipped my pants, and there we were. I mean, we had to do it pretty fast because the tram doesn't take too long.
It's the happiest
I don't
place
want
on
to
earth.
do it once I get to It's a Small World because there are all those little animated kids, and I don't want them to have to see
Right.
me.
Yeah. Although I did do gay night at Disneyland one time, and It's a Small World. Wow.
Really?
Everybody's singing and dancing. I'm sure somebody got laid in there that night. It was crazy.
Wow.
Oh, man. Awesome.
Terrific. I'm happy.
So, yeah, we need another road trip somewhere. We need to meet in the middle. We need to do something relatively innocuous, maybe
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
Some weird museum somewhere.
Yeah. But anyway, let me see here. I'm looking at technical problems here. I think I'm a little out of
No
sync.
way.
I think we're a little out of sync, but I don't know.
Sounds all right.
I give up. You know, I give up with
What are
all
you
this.
gonna do
I
for
give up,
Valentine's Day?
Chuck, I give up with all this technology. I'm an 84-year-old guy who fixes things when they break. I don't want to
Right.
do that anymore. I want to be able to say, hey, I've got enough money. You come over and fix it.
Yeah, I get a lot of the calls. Hey, do you know how this works? Do you know how that works? Can you do this? I kind of sent stuff. Well, I turned my son into the tech guy for my mom.
Mm-hmm.
However, apparently she doesn't need him anymore. Although he did buy her an urn. So
Really?
I guess he was working right to the end there.
Yeah. Does he have a job, by the way? What does he do for a living?
He does stuff.
Chip off the old block, huh?
Yeah. No, he's doing fine.
And you
He's
get along,
happy.
you get along
He's
okay
got
with the kid?
ideas. Huh?
You get along okay with the kid?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think his friends go, do you have any idea who your dad is? And he goes, yeah, it's my dad. And he goes, no, man, that guy is really weird. Have you ever typed his name into the internet? he'll every once in a while he'll come in and go, hey, Dad, what was this? And I'll have to explain something to him.
Well, you know, you're maybe, I won't say you're the weirdest person I ever knew, but you're in there, okay?
I don't know.
But you're good weird, you know?
I don't know how to not be me. And so I don't know what that means. I mean, there was a day that Lori Thompson said, I just want to hang glide in your head for like a half hour to see what goes on. And that's the best explanation I've ever heard of me.
That's so Lori.
Yeah, and it's true because I don't know. I sit around and I think about things and I implement them or whatever. And when somebody goes, you know, you can't do that or that's inappropriate, and I'm like, I'm not sure where the line. I think I know where the line is drawn, but there's a good chance I don't.
Yeah. Well, you know,
I mean, I try.
I mean,
I don't ever come to you and go, Alex, you think we're about to go too far?
You're good weird. You know,
thanks.
There's nothing really strange about your weirdness.
No, it's not like Larry Brown where we all assume that he's got bodies under the house.
Oh well, yeah. Larry Brown. You're naming all the people, by the way, who do this show. There, I just glitched again. What is that? I can't.
I saw the glitch this time.
See it? There it is again.
I did. I saw the little glitch pop up.
But anyway.
Maybe I should just start filming the glitch.
No, this camera used to do this, and then it stopped doing it for the longest time, and now it's doing it again. I think it's see what I think it is. We use a Zoom here, right? And Zoom upgrades all the time.
Right.
And every time they upgrade, something goes wrong, you know. So I think that this is something that goes wrong with them interpreting the video coming in.
What are you doing for Valentine's Day now that it's coming up?
Oh. How do we get from technology to Valentine's Day?
Same thing.
You know, I hate Valentine's.
You need to buy her one of these backpacks and give it to her with nothing but hearts on it.
Oh, where do I buy those?
On the internet.
On the internet? What's it called?
I'll send you a link.
Really?
Like
maybe I will buy one of those.
Just $75. Great deal.
Yeah.
And you can put all kinds of stuff there. You can write stuff. You can do whatever you want.
Really?
I saw it at a convention I was at, and I dove over a table.
I think I put up a sign that says "Stop following me."
Yeah, you can do. They have all kinds of little things you can add. Hey, you look really nice.
Well, you can also
today.
apparently add pictures because you have my picture on your
back. Yeah, I can
upload
upload stuff. I can upload video.
Where do you find this stuff? You know,
when I'm 65, retired, and not at the hospital visiting people, I'm shopping.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Temu.
Okay.
My people at Temu.
Yeah.
But you don't know the Temu?
The what?
TEMU.
Temu? No. No.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's the cheapest place to buy anything, and by anything I mean anything. It's great.
Really?
So I look on Temu, I find stuff. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Well,
So that's what I do, and then you call and say,
well,
"Hey, you want to do
have
some
you
more of
have
these?" And I say, "Yeah."
you have your Google, your what? Are they Facebook glasses? What are your
For
glasses?
Facebook, yeah,
Facebook, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
They're not heavy either. They're very light. I mean, well, and they've got one of the speakers is actually built inside the Ray-Ban logo. It's kind of cool.
Oh wow. Well, here's what
They
I'm
got six
thinking.
speakers
What I'm
inside.
thinking,
Now there you go.
I want what Apple's coming out with. You know that thing I'm talking about that they've got, the virtual reality
Really?
thing.
$3,500?
Yeah, $3,500.
$3,500.
Yeah. Hmm.
The kids got all that stuff
Really.
where they basically sit around couches and watch TV
Yeah, but
together.
this thing is pretty sensational. It's even got it. It's
$3,500 is a car, Alex.
it's like blank. The goggles are blank, but what happens is they've got a camera in there, so your eyes show up on a screen inside the glasses, so people don't feel that they're not looking at you. So it photographs your eyes and your eye movement, and then it projects them on the screen inside that's facing the people who are looking at you.
$3,500.
Yeah. So
I can't.
I'm
think that's
I'm
too
getting a
much.
whole bunch of fuck you money. Okay. And
All right, well, that's
by
definitely-
the way, you're not getting
Definitely
it.
fuck you money.
You're not getting any of it. And please, folks, do not write me saying, "Can you give me some?" Okay, because I'm not
I
going
didn't
to.
ask. Now, I didn't ask, but now that you brought it up,
See, I don't tell anybody.
I don't need
I
any.
don't tell anybody I'm getting this money. Of course, I only announce it here, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
I think
no, I
people
don't.
know.
I don't tell anybody because you know what the first thing comes out of their mouth? Could you lend me some?
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't. I learned my lesson. I don't tell anybody because they'll just hit me up for money. You know.
Yeah, that doesn't.
And quite frankly, I'm an old
no,
guy. I plan on spending every penny of it on me and my loved one, Marjorie. And maybe occasionally Chuck if he comes out to see us, but you know.
There you go. We could go to tacos or something.
Well, what I'm going to do, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rent a villa in Spain for a couple of weeks.
Nice.
You know, it's about $5,000 a week. But get a villa, and some of them hold like up to 10 people. And then I'm going to invite people to come visit.
Yeah. Well, didn't you like Ibiza or something?
What?
Ibiza? Is that one I'm
Ibiza.
am I
No, I'm
misspelling
staying away from there. That's gotten too touristy, too, party time, dance clubs. You know, when I
Bennett
went there, it was Ursula Andress taking her laundry to the laundromat, in a bag.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean, it was a very simple time. Bee Gees were raised there.
Wow.
And it was just really a simple island. No electricity in the outside of the town. Every night you had to like trim the lamps and stuff like that. So that was a time when I really enjoyed it. When it was some rough living. When Franco was still the head of Spain.
He was a good guy.
And you went to the airport and the cops were there checking you and looking you over and checking your bags and looking it was like something out of Casablanca.
Nice.
Every night about 11 o'clock, they would walk into this club and clear it out just by saying, let's see your passport,
Oh, yeah.
And if you didn't have the right credentials, they hauled you off to jail, put you on a plane, sent you away. So I felt
now the villa in Spain.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, hell of a party.
So I don't want to get a place in Ibiza, but they have places in Ibiza too,
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, listen.
Larry Rube. Can't you just imagine it?
What?
You, Larry, Rube, all in a villa in Spain.
Yeah. Well, I have a whole new set of friends. Okay, so.
Oh, hey, come on. We don't want those folks. We want maybe the riffraff could stay on the separate
I'll do one
floor.
where Marjorie doesn't have to go with me. Okay, and then we'll do that.
Yeah,
one.
no, she should go with you just to watch the cesspool of humanity that you know all together.
Hey, well, listen, we've kind of run out of time here, but good to see you in the new year, my friend.
You too, buddy.
Hope you had a happy one, and we'll
you too,
see.
And I'll see you on Valentine's Day or something.
And I hope I last the rest of the year for you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to count on it.
Do I look healthy? Do I look healthy?
Yeah, you look good.
Okay, you do too. Oddly,
you look great.
Anyway,
and I mean we have enough energy in us to cause at least one or two more problems, I think.
Anyway, that's Chuck Farnham.
All right, buddy.
Bye bye, Chuck. See you later.
Take care of yourself.
Now in its 9th year, this is GabNet, the Great American Broadcast Network. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Well, hello, everybody. Let me see here. There's a little bit of a problem here. Well, no, not really. I know where I've got a problem, though. Oh, boy. Hold on a second, folks. Because if you could see what was happening on the, what do you call it? On the Zoom, it's not exactly the kind of artwork that I like to have. Let me see here. I want to go there, and then I want to go virtual background. Let me see what I did wrong or didn't do right or whatever. Okay, it seems to be fine now. Yeah, okay, good. All righty. I had when you go away for a couple of days, or in our case, about a week, I come back and everything's wrong. Nothing works right, so, But anyway, and also my camera is starting to go bad again. I don't understand any of this. I just got to go get it. I got to get a different camera. But we'll figure this all out later. And if the video goes out, I know how to bring it back in. So that's not a problem either. But let's admit all the people that we can here and have them join us. I gotta get a different camera. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. We got audio. It's got to be coming from Jeff. Back in. So that's not a problem either. But let's admit. I know you're up, but you've got your audio on. And have them join us. Yes, you do. Oh, there we go.
He was doing so well in 2023 also.
What?
He was doing so well at the end of 2023.
Yeah.
That's not a problem either. But let's admit,
I know you're up, but you've got your audio on. Let me see. Let me mute you. See, that is you.
Yep.
That is you.
He's doing so well in 2023.
I'm gonna restart.
What? No, you don't have to restart. You just go to your browser and just kill your browser.
Cut the browser.
Cut the browser. Just stop the browser.
Let me mute you.
I never
That
find
is
a
you.
browser.
What?
That is you.
Turn off your browser. Just kill it. Kill it.
No, you don't have to restart. You just go to your browser and just kill your browser.
Yes.
Shut the browser.
What's my browser?
Just stop the browser.
What are you watching this on? You're watching it on your browser, aren't you?
I don't know what a browser is.
What?
I don't know what the browser is.
The thing you look at the internet on.
The thing you were watching before the show came on. Whenever you're watching the show before it came on, you got to turn that off.
Right.
Just stop the browser. What are you watching this on? You're watching it on your browser, aren't you?
I don't know what the browser is.
What?
I don't know what the browser is.
The thing you look at the internet on.
By the way, everybody,
you were watching before the show came on.
Smoke if you got them.
Before it came on, you got to turn that off.
Right.
Just stop the browser. What are you watching this on? You're watching it on your browser, aren't you?
I'm getting a headache.
Pam.
Where's Pam? You look at the internet on.
By the way, And then he'll come back on and he'll still have the problem.
That always fixes it, right? Yeah, okay.
No, but he doesn't know what a browser is.
Well, because you say browser, it's whatever you're watching the show before. That's why I watch it on my phone. So then when you guys pop up, I just turn this down.
Exactly.
That's perfect explanation. What were you watching it on the first half hour?
Yeah.
You turn that off before you turn the Zoom on.
Well, you know.
That's the way it works.
Yeah.
I do things differently.
That's really weird here.
I kill the browser right when you're accepting yes.
Yeah. But
as soon as you say I'm going to let everybody on, click, that goes off, and then move over to Zoom.
Let me do something to my camera here for a second, let me see here. I want to turn off the camera, do I? Oh, well, I don't know. I'll worry about it. If I have a problem, I'll change it. So anyway, hello, everybody. How are you?
A year older.
A year older, yeah. Well, I would ask you what you were doing on what you did on New Year's, but you were here.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
But anyway, so let's see. On New Year's, I had did I have a toothache? Was that the deal?
Yeah, you said you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I had it, and then I for some reason I started using ibuprofen, and it killed the pain. And then after about a day or two, here comes Jeff. Let's see here. Okay, hello, Jeff. Oh, there we got Pam. Right.
Now,
Pam, when you get a chance, will you tell him what the browser is so he knows to turn that
the
off?
browser's just up here. We can't see it now because he's got.
Yeah. But.
I'm not talking.
Somebody got you muted.
Somebody's got me muted, or
Jeff's helping. No, Jeffy.
Yeah,
okay.
it's fine now. You don't have any problem.
I know. He was playing with it. Okay. Oh no. Can I tell you? We're doing our
I think
best.
the recommend is.
Why don't you sit down like tomorrow and just explain to him what he has to make sure is not up that causes us to get the audio, because the browser's got to not operate. Got to kill the browser.
I will do my best.
Yeah.
Not everybody listens to their wife, Alex. I'm sure you'd be surprised to hear that.
Yeah, you're right.
Got some good laughing about that.
Yeah.
It's fun.
You ought to stay on the program, Pam.
I can't, guys. I can't. I have to give Jeffy his time. We need our own time. But I love you guys because I know how Jeff really loves seeing you, even if he drives you crazy with the thing.
Yeah, well, we love him too. That's why we put up with it.
I agree with you there. Yeah. I know. Yeah. That's the same with me. See, we have something in common.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
All right. Take care, guys. Have fun.
All right, Pam.
That's Happy Pam. She's IT at the
that's IT
at the Stein estate.
Jeff's engineer. He's got an engineer there. That's great.
Yeah. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, so I had this tooth thing, and I thought it was like, it wasn't a tooth. I could call it a toothache. It felt like a toothache, but it wasn't. Didn't act like a bad tooth. In other words, cold didn't bother it, heat didn't bother it, and so on. And so finally, I had my dental appointment the other day to get my crown started on my implant, and I told him about it, and he checked it out, and he said, no, it's not. It doesn't look like it's a toothache. It looks like what's happening is all your teeth are crowded down there, and you've created some kind of situation where you've made one tooth very sensitive as a result of grinding and things like that. And so that's what the problem is. And then last night I brushed my teeth too hard, and I got that toothache again.
I've had that too. Brushed my teeth. They say I start brushing too hard up here, and then between the gum, because I get the gum and the tooth, and I started biting into the tooth.
Yeah. So So anyway, I was having that problem, but I got to tell you something. There was something very interesting. Have any of you ever had to have a mold made of your teeth so that they can make a crown or something like that? You ever had that? And what do? They get that gooey stuff, right? And they put it in that little bite plate, and then they put it in your mouth, and then they let it set.
Yeah.
You know they don't do that anymore?
No.
They did last year. That's the last.
Yeah, they did it with me a couple months ago.
Well, my dentist is really up to date.
If he
I said, what? I said to the woman nurse, what are you doing? She was taking this little wand and running it across my mouth, and every part of my mouth, you know. And I'm looking over, and she's making a complete picture of my teeth.
Like a scan?
Like a three-dimensional scan of my teeth. Yeah. And then they send that over to the place for them to use that to figure out how big to make the tooth or not make the tooth. So they don't even put you in that gooey stuff anymore.
Yeah, it used to take me days to get that out from between my teeth.
But
sometimes I thought my other teeth are going to come out when they pulled it out.
Well, I think the reason why they did it, the reason why they did it is because now they have a complete, like if they just did a thing in my mouth and just kept it at the office to see what to do with it the next time. This is just something that I guess they'll have all the time to be able to send over somewhere and say, make a tooth like that, or do this or do that.
There's only one problem with that. If you have a crown or something replaced or something moved or a filling, then they got to redo the whole thing again.
Yeah.
I don't think
because it's not going to be the same.
Well, I don't think so.
Okay.
Because what they're doing is they're making a mold of a tooth that originally would have been in there anyway. See what I'm saying?
I am. So how many people floss every day, twice a day? Nobody. Really?
Once a day when I'm in traffic.
I kind of semi-floss. I go
when I'm in traffic.
You know what works better than there you go. You know what works better than dental floss is a water flosser, also known as a water pick.
Water pick. Yeah.
Yep.
I've got one of those.
I've got one.
It gets in between the gums real good.
You know what's just as good?
What?
Swirling Listerine throughout your mouth. It gets everything out. It gets everything out.
I got to try that, I guess, because
but the other thing my dentist told me is, don't think about the dental floss, and don't think about that. Get one of those little brushes, that goes between the teeth.
Brushes. I do both.
What are they called?
Proxy brush.
Yeah.
Proxy brush.
Yeah.
Proxy brush.
And you just use that, and then you throw it out. And
right between each teeth.
Yeah.
All your teeth, right between them.
Oh, I got one of those. They're like a little plastic toothpick that has little.
But it's a brush.
Yeah.
It's not a solid plastic thing. It's a brush.
Yeah, it's a little brushy thing that gets in there.
So anyway, my teeth started really bothering me last night because I think I brushed too much, and then it was bad. And today they're still a little sensitive. So when I talk and maybe my top tooth hits the bottom tooth, it doesn't hurt, but it's annoying. So please excuse me. It's just another one of my little maladies.
You could have had the tooth removed.
What tooth?
And the one that's bothering you.
They won't remove a tooth just because it bothers you.
Kidding.
Although I've always had crooked teeth here, right? Yeah, this little tooth sticking out there. And he was suggesting to me yesterday that I have that removed and let the other ones come in closer.
I have 12 crowns. I know what it's like to go through the goopy thing.
Oh, I have nothing but crowns in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my fourth implant, I believe. Wow. Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you got money. Implants on the West
Coast, yeah, that's a fortune.
Are expensive.
It's about $4,500 a piece.
Oh, they're that double that or close to that here in the Bay Area.
No. I'm telling you, you're paying too much then.
Well, obviously, I'll come to New York.
New York's the most expensive in the country.
Really?
There are places where you can get implants for like $3,500 or $3,000. Yeah.
Go to Puerto Rico.
No, but New York's very expensive because what it costs them to keep an office is expensive.
Yeah.
You know.
Out here, the dentist just puts it into his Mercedes or.
No, but I mean, I can't imagine that there's anywhere in the country where implants go over $5,000.
Out here on the West Coast, they are.
I doubt it. I bet if I looked it up right now, I would find you some cheaper implants. There's some cheaper implant places here. You know, I mean, there's no reason why they have to be that expensive anymore because the process is shorter.
And they have some places that are implants only.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tiffany went to one of those. It's implant only. That's all they do. They don't do cleanings. They don't do any other.
Part of the
mumbo jumbo.
7-Eleven, right?
Well, you see, what I would like to do.
I say Kmart, but I don't think Kmart's around anymore.
Okay, here's my gripe about dentists. Okay, and I have less gripe about dentists right now than I do my doctor. I'll tell you about my doctor in a second. But dentists, the biggest problem I have with them is, okay, so it's time to get your teeth cleaned, right? Which you have to do, but they want you to do it 4 times a year. I'm sorry. To begin with, your insurance will only do 2, all right? But you do your what do you call it? Your
Cleaning.
Cleaning, and who do you use? You use somebody who's in their office, right? Who does the cleaning.
Right.
So really, you're forced to have the cleaning done by somebody who isn't the doctor you're going to.
Right. The hygienist.
The hygienist, they call them. Well, I'd like to be able to choose my own hygienist, but you're not really allowed to do that. You know, it's pretty. The dentist gets very nasty with you if you go to another hygienist other than his, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't even say like that's an option. They say, oh, you need your teeth cleaned. They'll take an appointment for you. And
Right.
the girl, she has her own room right next door.
Well, my hygienist is pretty good looking. And when she leans over, I get a good.
That's what I was going.
I don't know how good a
I was
job.
going to say that too. I don't
I
know
don't know how
what
good
I
a
don't
job
wanna
she's
change
doing on
my
my teeth.
And she comes in, smiles at me when I'm wearing my normal dentistry stuff. So it's good.
I'll bet.
I can't say I've had ugly hygienists, but I've never had one that was absolutely gorgeous. You know.
Oh wow.
And that, you know, when she was cleaning my teeth, her tits were flopping in my face, you know, or anything like that.
I wouldn't say she's absolutely gorgeous, but I would say she's got a nice stack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching too much porn.
Probably.
I hope you know that what you're saying right now is highly improper in this day and age. And by the way,
And on cue.
look,
Right on cue.
boy, that cat has gotten big.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it used to
Belly.
be. It couldn't. It used to be she could just, as a little girl, she could bring the cat in.
Yeah, now she's big girl and big cat.
Yeah,
Damn, that is cat. That is cat. That cat is big.
yeah.
Jesus.
I'd
Okay, go get out of here.
I'd make a joke here, but we got a kid sitting in the room.
We have adult talk going on. Get out of here.
So,
Okay.
Oh, she's not going to let you get away with that. Do you think so?
Out, 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 out. The cat knows what out, out, out means.
The cat,
Okay, bye. Bye, bye,
That's
bye,
not
bye,
the
bye.
one you're worried about.
well, the cat knows what it means, but she doesn't.
Get out. No, get out. Bye.
so I know somebody who had
Oh, now she.
Problems.
Oh, here.
Do it.
come back to teeth.
I locked the door.
Oh man, oh man. I used to have my girlfriend that I had a long time ago had a cat that would come into the bedroom while I was because I was taking care of the cat during the summer while she was in Greece, and I would come from work and just go over to Richmond and go sleep at her place for my afternoon nap. Okay. Which I used to take every day because I got up so early doing the radio show. I figured if I got a nap, I could stay up later. Okay.
Richmond,
So I would go get a
California.
nap and I would go lie in the bedroom. And all of a sudden, the cat would be there and bouncing up and down on the bed. So I would then lock the door. I would put the cat out the door and then close the door, right? Next thing I know, the cat's back in. The cat had learned how to turn the knob on the door.
Yes, you see the video. You know, the camera now on your phone. These guys have videos of every different animal. Now I don't know why, all these raccoon videos. And these people with pet raccoons, like eating grapes, you know, with the little hands and stuff. And it's like cats doing the craziest things too.
But cats, but this was the ultimate. I think I've told this story before. I'm starting to get my nap, okay? And all of a sudden, her clock radio goes off. And I look over, and the cat is sitting on the radio. So I turn the radio off. Go back to sleep again, lie down. The radio goes back on. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. So instead of turning that way, I turn this way so I can see the clock radio. And I turn the radio off. And the cat then starts is sitting on top of the radio and starts moving its back feet around a little bit and hits the button to turn the radio on.
Unplug it.
No, I was about ready to kill the cat. You know, I mean, it's amazing. Amazing cat. Brilliant cat, you know.
You went all the way to Richmond or the Richmond in San Francisco?
No, Richmond,
California. You could sleep there, huh?
What do you mean I could sleep there? What?
I don't know. There's so many bullets flying every time I
go
there.
No. Not this part of Richmond.
Oh.
Yeah, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I have friends of mine that work there, and when I go on ride-alongs with them, boy, it's all they do. And, you know, you'll hear a rapid fire in the middle of the night, a gunshot, and nobody will call the police because they're so used to it. It's complacent.
Wow.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
sad, pretty sad.
Here comes Kevin. Yes. Kevin, who sent me a very nice Christmas card. Thank you for the Christmas card, Kevin.
Oh.
Or could he hear me saying that?
We didn't get one, Kevin.
Yeah, really.
I just got your Christmas card today with your daughter and her saxophone.
Oh, did you? I'm surprised anybody got them.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean,
they were late.
I'm telling you, she looked like Lisa Simpson.
Out of this whole group, I only got one birthday present.
Really?
Amy sent me chocolates, like I need chocolates.
Did she really? That's very nice of her.
It was very nice of her.
See, every one of you should participate in Amy's show, because at Christmas time, she'll probably send you chocolates. Did she send you chocolates, Charlie?
My birthday was.
She didn't send you anything?
No.
Oh.
No, she sent them for my birthday. It was on December 28th.
Oh, your birthday. Okay.
My birthday.
Well,
the chocolates came out of Austin, Texas.
Really? Are they good chocolates? You
very good.
Probably ate them all already, right?
Langers? No, haven't. Langers or something like that.
Really? Langers? Lungers? Whatever.
Lungers, maybe? I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah. So
I'll go get the box lid.
Well, you don't have to do that.
Okay. I won't.
Because you'll make me feel bad that I don't send my audience a goddamn thing.
That'd be nice.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Brian, did you get your bonus I sent you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'll check the mail.
Oh, okay. How about you, Kevin? You got the bonus, right?
Yeah, I got mine. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, was it enough?
Yeah, it was okay.
Wait a minute, it was okay. It was a damn $1,000 for crying out loud.
Oh, was it 1,000? I thought it said 100,000. Did you make a mistake with the zeros?
I may have. You know, I ain't
put too many zeros on there.
I ain't getting any younger. You know,
the check went right through. What difference does it make, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but.
Hey, so when's the best time to visit New York? Is it like springtime? Is springtime the best?
Right
well,
now,
outside of never.
October.
Best time to visit New York.
I was there in September. It was beautiful.
September's nice. Yeah, September's very nice.
Yeah.
Also, March, April, maybe. Probably April is nice. Yeah.
I like going there when the seasons change. It's real nice out there.
You know, I've never gone upstate to see the leaves change.
You don't have to go there. I mean, I guess it was September, because it was just before my surgeries in 2004. Right after, they were cleaning up 9/11. That's what I remember about.
Yeah.
And then I cruised down to Philly and then to Baltimore on the highway there to see a friend down in Baltimore or Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
And it was real pretty.
You can come to my house anytime during the October.
That's what I'd like to do, is go north next time.
It'll be pretty.
Yeah. Anyway, so
we're having a party at Jeff's.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
We'll have an unmute party. A mute party.
Yeah, we can all go up to Jeff's place and teach him how to turn off the audio.
That'll be good.
A browser party.
Yeah. When you look at the internet, Jeff, the thing you look at the internet on is what we call the browser. That's the browser. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but I don't know where to look for it.
Well,
I don't know what to
the
look for.
computer screen.
You had to be listening to it, right, before you came on?
Probably.
Probably.
Okay, that's the browser?
Yeah, that's the browser.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't you know that was what it was called?
I had no idea.
Oh boy. Well, I don't listen.
No, it's so funny because I used to be a real computer engineer genius.
You had a stroke, okay? I
know.
understand.
And all of this stuff, it's like it fell down.
Yeah, well, it's like you know. Listen, I'm starting to forget some of it.
Oh,
you know,
geez,
if you don't do certain things for a year, like I had to do. You know, we have this thing on the website where at the top there are these little things that says what the show is and it's animated and so on and so forth. So I had to put one in, make one up for Amy's show, because we changed hosts of that show, if you didn't notice. And I hadn't used that program in a year, and I had to learn it all over again. You know,
I don't have that program.
If you don't have that program,
I'll be lucky.
No, I'm still amazed at how much I can do, but it gets harder all the time. You know, there's always stuff I forget to do, and you know.
Yeah, I used to solve differential equations in my sleep. I couldn't solve one now to save my life.
Really?
Same story.
I haven't used it in 40 years. Forgot.
But you don't remember some part of the process?
Vaguely, that doesn't help me. I wouldn't even know.
See, like, I wish I were a kid.
Only if it's on a T-shirt. If it's on a T-shirt, he'll get it.
Come on, some of the things you must remain. They come out as you're talking, that they just somehow come out of your brain and out of your mouth, where you don't even expect what you're saying. But it's like, oh yeah, that's the way I used to do it when I was 14 years old.
Well, you know what? I wish I were a kid today, because there was a point in my life where I wanted to literally write a what do you call it, app for Apple, okay, an Apple app,
Wow.
right, for the iPhone, and I couldn't, because it was just so complicated, because you had to write code in order to do it. There was no program to do it simply, and so on and so forth. And so I've never had a what do you call it, an app for GabNet on the iPhone. All right. Okay. If I knew how to program, I would have been able to do it. But it wasn't something that came to me easily. But it would have if I were like 12 years old. There were kids writing code today.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, that's a second language to them.
You could write it right now.
Huh?
Artificial intelligence will do it for you.
I don't think not the subtleties of an app. I'm sorry, you can't get artificial. I can't say make me an app for GabNet. You know, I don't think it would write the code for it. And then if even it did write the code, if I looked at it, I wouldn't know whether it was right or not.
You couldn't find the browser. Oh,
but I wouldn't know if it was right or not. You know,
yeah, I guess
and
not.
that's a problem. So I mean,
so you find some 12-year-old to check it out.
Yeah. Or I call Ray. Ray knows how to write code, right, Ray?
What, for HTML?
Yeah, for HTML. No, I can write HTML. That I used to do a lot. I would do a whole web page. Today, all you have to do is you just take pictures and drop them onto the page and so on, and the program writes the HTML for you. But in the old days, you had to write the HTML, and I used to put together whole web pages with HTML. That I could do, you know. But
what I usually do is just let something write it for me, and then I'll go in and make changes. Well, if I can't.
Well, now with like the program I use for the website here, you just take it and put it, you know, drop the pictures in and drop the stuff in that you need and put it where you want to put it. And then basically, as you're going along, the program you're using underneath it all is writing the HTML.
Yeah.
Okay. And the only thing that's good about me knowing HTML now is if there's something on the page that isn't working just right, I can go look at the HTML and I know what's wrong or right, you know.
Yeah, that's what I do.
But and when it came to writing code, I learned how to write BASIC. I wrote some programs in BASIC. But BASIC don't get you anywhere these days. I mean, they're in, what are they using now? It went to
Python, C++.
C++, yeah. And I'm sorry, when it gets to that, I'm just, goodbye, I'll see you later, you know. I can't do any of that. And
I used to write machine language programs.
Wow.
Really?
Ones and zeros, yes, sir.
That's how they got the calculators to work.
What? That's how they get what?
The calculators to work. Charlie was around when it was just calculators.
No, but machine programming, anybody who can write machine programming, I admire. Okay.
I think they call them
I used
programmers.
to do that all the time.
But do you have to do it now, or do you just ask a program to do it for you? You know.
Hey Charlie, I used to do I was a computer science major until I quit. I had to write in Fortran.
Yeah, I did Fortran.
Yeah. And you'd have to compile it, and you get sheets stacked like that, and then one mistake in there, you have to find it.
COBOL.
Yeah.
Well, in case people don't know what we're talking about.
I did 5-tran. They did 4-tran. I was into 5-tran at that time.
These are computer languages that you have to learn in order to make things work, to make programs work.
So you were on your 5th girlfriend named Tran?
I'm into tranny tran now.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Anybody tried 3D?
A computer was the size of the Pentagon.
Yeah.
No shit. I'm telling you, the computer center at Northwestern when I was an undergraduate was a building the size of the Pentagon.
Well, I used to do Fortrans, and then it turned out that it identified as a C++.
You know, the power that was in that building is probably in one of these.
You know, that
right
was a
now.
very...
it was less than that. It was like a one of those Radio Shack, what is it, Z80 chips or whatever?
Yeah.
Hey, that was a great joke I just pulled. And you didn't even
It
pay
was.
attention
It was
to
very
it.
funny.
And you didn't pay attention to it.
I was laughing inside.
I know.
Yeah.
Ow.
Anyway. Oh, boy. But anyway, so we had our New Year's here in New York, and I think nobody got killed this year. I think it was all went off without a hitch, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
There were some accidents elsewhere, though. But
A bunch of people got killed in Japan.
Yeah, Japan was pretty bad.
Well, that was the earth. There was an earthquake, and then there
On
was
New
that.
Year's Day.
The last big one they had was Christmas Day, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Like 10 years ago or something like that.
And you think that was March 11th? They have 311. We had 911.
Well,
March
they
11th.
had this thing was a 7.5.
Yeah.
It was
not a small quake.
Huh?
Underwater.
I mean, that's an incredible because
And it lasted for like 3 minutes. It kept going.
the Loma Prieta that we had in California, which was really rough, was what, a 6.9, I believe.
Yeah.
It was 6.9. But the thing is, you go, well, 6.9 to a 7.5, that's not much of a difference. It's all the difference in the world because, and I don't know how you figure it out.
Once it gets that big, the smaller increments are bigger.
Yeah. What happens if you go from just a 6.9 to a 7? That's like double.
Yeah.
And then the next thing is double that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's so by the time you get up to a 7.5. But Marjorie said something to me. She said, I heard the highest you can go is an 8. But I never heard.
No.
There's no limit, is there?
There have been higher earthquake. There's been 9 point something because I've seen them.
Yeah,
On
9.4 is the biggest one that ever hit.
Yeah.
But there's that we know of. There might have been
Japan is right on top of the two biggest tectonic plates. The North American plate and the Asian plate go right through the center of Japan.
Yep.
And that's why they have a lot of earthquakes.
That's why they have so many earthquakes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which makes why it's so dumb to build nuclear power plants.
Yep. Well, they keep building them there, don't they?
But,
Well, you have to build them so they're earthquake proof, or if there is an earthquake, you can just shut them down immediately or something.
I think the problem with that other one, it was too old.
The problem with the other one was that they didn't take into account the fact that you get a tsunami that might flood the place.
Right, the tsunami factor.
If it was perfectly earthquake proof, the earthquake didn't shut it down.
Man, those tsunamis are something, aren't they?
Fukushima something or other.
Fukushima, yeah.
Fukushima.
March 11, 2011.
Yeah, but it flooded from the tsunami, huh?
Yeah, and that's what happened. That made the power go out, and so you couldn't cool the nuclear piles, and so they melted down.
Yeah.
I have nuclear piles. Oh, that's another story altogether. Let's not get back to my health.
I have nuclear piles.
Nuclear?
Yeah, they're a little different.
Who do you think you are, Phil?
Yeah, really.
They're bushier.
Yeah.
It was nice of Phil to call the other night.
Yeah, that was, and he didn't.
And nobody got into an argument with him.
And he was very good. He was very nice.
Yeah.
He played the game the way we like to play the game of those people, you know.
Yeah.
Phil was chill.
Those people.
Yep.
What the show turned out to be was a combination of the nighttime audience and the Monday audience, and it was very nice.
Yeah, it's always sort of different.
Oh, on New Year's Eve?
Yeah, everybody was on their best behavior, and, you know, it was just nice.
And some of us were drinking.
Yes, and it
Yes,
looked like
we were.
but Kevin looked like he was just about ready to fall asleep. You were really tired, weren't you?
Yeah, it was a big day.
Or drunk.
Well, because he was down there.
I did have a nice big strong margarita at the bar next door. Yeah.
Yeah. But did you say?
And luckily, I only had to walk right back to the hotel to finish it off.
So did you see the game the next day, or?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you must have been very proud of your daughter.
Yeah, it was quite fun. You know, the game was pretty boring, but it was just fun to see.
She plays in the Oregon Marching Band. Is what she does.
But he was in Arizona.
Yeah, I know that was not the fun part, but you know, it's Arizona. It was okay.
Yeah.
It was a fun day, and the whole weekend was fun because I saw my old boss. I went down to Tucson and saw my old boss, and I saw my stepmom over in Mesa, and I saw a buddy that I hadn't seen in 20 almost 40 years. I saw a guy that I met up with a guy I hadn't gone to school for and seen him in almost 40 years.
Yeah.
Sometimes I miss Arizona.
Well, in my case,
you know, it's one of those places that you go there and you go, it's not so bad. You know, the desert isn't so bad. It's beautiful. It's got its own different beauty down there. You know, it's boring. It's flat. It's dry. It's, you know, but
a nice place to visit.
It's
Sedona
a nice place
is nice
to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. You know?
Exactly.
Well, you got Sedona, right? That's nice.
Yeah, if you go up into the mountains, it's really nice up there. I would live there.
Yeah.
I got a friend that lives in
Miami. It's a nice
Flagstaff.
I got a friend that lives in Payson, and it's beautiful up there.
Well, you know, Flagstaff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Up by the Grand Canyon and all that. That's nice up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Kingman, Barstow,
Kingman-
San
Kingman's kinda
Bernardino.
run down these
I knew that song was coming.
Now that's a segue.
The good
I
old
go
song.
to Tucson whether I need to or not. I own property in Tucson, rental income property.
Oh, it gets so hot there.
It does.
You think?
That's the hottest I've ever been in my life.
Yeah, you know
Hotter
what's
than
fun
but
is?
I'll tell you.
What's fun is when you get on a 737 to leave and come back home, and you know I'm not a morning person. It's 8 in the morning, and they're trying to push the aircraft in front of them to get out of the way, because at 123 degrees, it's not certified to take off over that, and they're at 122, and the plane's fully loaded. And I'm like, could we just get off this damn thing? I'll wait till nighttime. You know, and then they got a tsunami or whatever going on. Not a tsunami, but what do they call when the rain and stuff comes and goes real quick?
Oh, yeah. I forget what that's
and
called.
the lightning's hitting the end of the runway, and that's a fun flight. It reminds me to
Monsoon, yeah.
drive back there.
Really?
Almost as good as a haboob when they got all the dust.
Haboob, that's what it's called. Yeah.
That's the dust.
Haboob.
It's called a haboob.
Haboob.
Haboob. Yeah, it's a
I went through
dust
a few
storm.
of those while I was
Huge
there.
dust
Yeah.
storm.
Oh.
A haboob. She had a boob.
They call this something else in Tucson. And
It's a monsoon is the water.
Monsoon. Yeah, it just opens up. It
Oh,
floods
yeah.
the neighborhood.
A monsoon, yeah.
You know,
You
30
go
minutes
10
later,
minutes
everything's
without
dry.
rain, and then
Yeah,
Monsoon, that's it.
that's the water, and then the haboob is the dust storm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like haboob better.
Was
Sounds
there a
fun.
wrestler by
Sounds
the
more
name
fun.
of Monsoon?
But you know, Ray, 110 degrees in Austin to me is a lot more uncomfortable than 120 in Phoenix.
Yeah, because it's
Because of
thick.
humidity.
Humidity.
Yeah, because you got like 2% humidity in Phoenix.
Oh, Houston! I got to
Dallas,
tell
You
you,
get wet from the sweat; it just evaporates immediately.
when
Yeah, I went to Corpus Christi once, and it was about 100% humidity. It was so hot. Sorry, Alex. It was horrible. Yeah.
when I lived in Houston, I honestly could not keep a crease in my pants.
Yeah.
You know, it was so humid it was ridiculous, and that was the dead of winter. You know, I mean, but between that and the fact you got a governor who's full of crap, you know, it's got to be the worst place. Do you know what they just did in Ohio? This is the one that really got to me. I figured this is off the charts of anything we've dealt with so far on this whole abortion issue.
Okay.
They arrested a woman for having a miscarriage.
Yep.
Yeah, for decimating a corpse.
Or something.
Where at?
You can't
In
even
Ohio.
have a miscarriage anymore without
You wait a
being
minute. I
arrested.
thought they just voted in that they're not going to screw with people that want to have an abortion.
No, they arrested her and convicted her for decimating a corpse.
Yeah.
So she went to the hospital, and she was having a miscarriage, and they couldn't help her. And then when she got home, the miscarriage happened, and it went in the toilet.
Yeah, she was sitting on the toilet when it happened. So it went in the toilet. What's supposed
And
to
it
be
just looked like a bunch of blood, and she tried to flush, and then the plumber came and found a little tiny guy in there. And so she got arrested. I think she got convicted of decimating a corpse.
Well, wait a minute, you can't
That's
avoid a
usually what
miscarriage.
happens with the frickin' miscarriage. That's usually what happens. They
Yeah,
don't even
usually
know
what
it.
happened. Yeah.
And almost everyone flushes it down.
But I mean, this is
toilet.
What are you gonna do with it? Dig it out?
don't-
I know, it's ridiculous.
This is where it's getting so ridiculous. And that woman who literally had to leave the state of Texas in order to get an abortion rather than face the prospect of dying.
The way the meme that I saw on Facebook was right. In Texas, the way they decide if you need to have an abortion because it's life-threatening is when you die. If you die, it was life-threatening. If you don't die, it wasn't. So neither way, you're gonna get an abortion.
Boy, in Texas, coat hanger sales must be brisk.
Yeah, well, I mean, that you can't do that because that's doing an abortion. That's against the law.
They catch you doing that, they still lock you up.
Yeah.
I read today that some women are like hoarding abortion pills just in case.
Yeah.
And these are the 80-year-olds.
Yeah.
Do we live in a morally corrupt country?
Yeah, it is now. Yeah.
Actually, yes.
I mean, they always used to talk about moral corruption as being, oh, you know, people are having sex too much, or this, or that, or the other. No, the moral degradation of this country is this kind of thing going on. You know, this insanity, absolute insanity. You know, the only reason your governor in Texas doesn't want abortions is he wants to get reelected.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
It was quite interesting because we were playing the college, the university was playing Liberty University, Barry Falwell's university, and when you got the University of Oregon, who's a highly liberal university, playing a highly conservative university and highly religious Christian university, the Facebook pages were on fire for days, and they're still going right now. It's just all kinds of, you know, these are football pages, and there's religious and all kinds of shit going on all these pages about, oh, this is a school that's teaching, you know, America's values, and then the liberals from Oregon are on there telling them, yeah, well, they're out there, you know, stopping people from having abortions, and that's why people are laying all in the streets, or your students are out there knocking people up, and there's this shit going on back and forth of this banter going on these pages about, and it's football pages. and there's politics going all over, and I'm just going, holy shit. I mean, you just sit there and eat your popcorn and look at this shit. It's crazy.
Who won the game?
Well, the Ducks beat the hell out of them, 45-3 or 45.
I guess they didn't. Yeah. I guess they didn't pray hard enough.
45-3.
Well, that's the funny thing is, you know, they were pretty. I found them unfriendly and kind of nasty sometimes, but a lot of people, I guess, saw them differently. I didn't judge on the 2 or 3 that I saw, but yeah, you know.
Yeah, when they're nasty, you just elbow them in the mouth.
I don't know if they set that up or what, but I mean, to have that kind of a, you know,
drama,
highly liberal and highly Christian school playing each other, and there were, you know, one was a Division I team and one was an 8th seed in the country, playing each other. I just don't know if that was set up on purpose or what, but yeah.
They just released the list of the Epstein people.
Oh yeah, did they?
Oh,
who's on it?
Well, I don't see anywhere here where it looks like
Bill Meyer.
Well, Jimmy Kimmel doesn't look to be on the list. You know that story, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, Aaron Rodgers was mouthing off about that one.
Was mouthing off on ESPN about Jimmy Kimmel being on that list.
He was on his podcast or something, yeah.
Well, he wasn't on Jimmy Kimmel's podcast.
No, he was on that his own podcast, or that thing that he does.
He does once a week or something.
In for the where he went to do his
McAfee.
His butt cleaning, darkness in for 3 days, and get his butt cleaned and all that stuff.
Yeah. I suppose Bill Clinton shows up a lot here.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, the pictures of him with Jeffrey. You got to understand that
Donald Trump should be in there too. Huh?
Well, you can't blame somebody for going with Epstein, okay? Because Epstein was a guy who ingratiated himself to everybody, who was important. So presidents are important. You know, so I don't, you know, and of course,
list is probably just, list of people who took pictures with him.
Well, did they do anything? Is the question. Did they take advantage of the sexual favors?
These are minors, right? That they were supposed to be having sex with.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
Oh.
No, but those are the ones that they got in trouble for.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's in jail.
Yeah.
The girlfriend.
Huh.
Elaine.
Well, he got
Maxwell.
out of it easy, didn't he?
What?
He got out of it easy.
Who? Oh,
he's dead.
Yeah. I'll tell you a story. I have a good friend, Bobby Slayton, comedian, who has always been one of my best friends. And he would come to New York, and he always told me he had this guy he knew who had a house, and he put him up there, right? So then this whole thing comes down about Epstein, and Epstein winds up in jail. The day he's arrested on these charges, right? And I get a call from Bobby saying, well, there goes my place to stay. It was Epstein. It was Epstein.
Wow.
And it was Epstein, in fact, who introduced Bobby to Woody Allen. So Epstein was this kind of guy who, just because you knew Epstein didn't mean you were having sex with underage girls or anything, although it was highly probable, but it was not necessarily so. And it really was a lot of people are going to be in trouble now because they're going to go, oh, you went to Epstein's Island, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but, I just went because he invited me, and he had a plane, and he said, you want to spend the weekend on my island? Would any of you guys say no if you met up with Epstein and he asked you to go there?
Well, how would I even know? Not everybody knew what he was up to.
They should have known by the time everything happened in Florida. A lot of that case. But most of them ignored that as being just kind of a minor deal.
A lot of people ignored Jim Jones
there too. There were a lot of adult women there that you could fool around with.
Yeah.
Charlie was interested in them.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind being invited either.
Yeah.
But a lot of people overlook.
Look, Bobby Slayton had said to me, I got this friend, Jeffrey Epstein. I'd like you to meet him. Would you come on over and meet him? And I went over and met him, and he went, hey, listen, I have an island. I go down there all the time. You seem like a good guy. Would you like to go with me? I wouldn't turn it down in a second because I didn't know what he was up to otherwise,
Oh, wow. I have the whole PDF document here.
Oh, really?
Wow.
What are some of the names? I can't find the names here.
Oh, well, it's a legalistic. I'd have to go through and find them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
how many times is Donald Trump's name on it?
I'm sure Donald Trump's name is on it.
Yeah, because
let me see if I can.
Standing next to Epstein, so yeah.
A lot of people didn't get Epstein, but a lot of people didn't get Jim Jones either. So, it's a valid comparison. A lot of people
it's a different comparison, but there were a lot of people, politicians, who cozied up to Jim Jones because they figured politically it was good for them.
The mayor of San Francisco did. Willie Brown did.
Yeah.
They didn't know.
And you can't hold it against them. Yes, Jeff?
There's a whole bunch of professors who were really ultimately the presidents of these universities. A whole bunch of them got killed, or not killed. They got fired because of what were they, anti-Semitic or they anti-Muslim, or maybe both?
Anti-Semitic.
Well, they were accused of being.
Yeah. So I don't know. And some
this is the day and age. I got to say this. This is the day and age where simply being accused ruins you.
Yeah, you're gone.
So anybody can accuse somebody of something, and it can ruin them. I mean, for instance, Jimmy Kimmel. This thing with what's the
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, and his statement about, oh well, I can hardly wait to see Jimmy Kimmel's face when the list comes out and he's on it, And then Jimmy Kimmel wrote a thing saying, listen, asshole, this was exactly how the tweet went. And then he went on to say, I've never flown with him. I've never known him. I've never met him. I never had anything to do with him. So why don't you just stop with this, or you're going to see me in court? I mean, he was really livid about it. Because if you don't nip something like that in the bud these days, it lasts with you, whether you're guilty or not.
Yeah.
But I just think this, you know, I have certain reservations about whether it is proper to say that Donald Trump can't run somewhere. And I'll tell you why. Because it was never proved, okay, that he was, you know, that he had done anything. He hadn't been found guilty of anything, you know.
Yeah, when they wrote the Constitution, they didn't say he had to be found guilty.
It doesn't say that in the 14th
Yeah, it
Amendment.
doesn't say that in the Constitution.
But just because it doesn't say it doesn't mean that you shouldn't have to.
I agree with you, but I'm just saying, in the Constitution, the 14th Amendment, Article number 3 or something, just says participate.
Mm-hmm.
I agree too, because I'd rather see him just lose fair and square than to have
But
this
he
hanging
did in
over.
2020, and what happened?
No,
What
I
do you
know.
think happened this time?
He's going to do the same thing again if he loses. He's going to do it
But
again.
people are going to be more emboldened, and they're gonna really go berserk.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's all these blue states that he wasn't going to win anyway, so it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah. So I mean,
He maintains he won California.
I know. Well, even when Hillary, when he beat Hillary, he said he beat her worse than than the numbers were. He said it was like it was a landslide, but there was cheating then. Do you remember when he said that?
Landslide,
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just that I don't know. I just feel that charging somebody with something and not having to go into court and prove that they broke the law, you know, I believe me, nobody more than myself would like to see Donald Trump get nailed on every inch of this stuff. But let's do it legally, okay, and let's not take shortcuts. And you know, quite frankly, I think it's up to the Republican Party to decide whether they want to run him or not. You know, in any of these states. Because
they do.
Because what is the primary? Primary is something that really we shouldn't even have to hold, because all it is a convenience to the parties in order to find them a nominee.
It's relatively recent, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it costs the states a ton of money every time they do one of these primaries. There's no reason for a primary. They used to go into a convention and all argue among each other, and when they were through, they came out with the best candidate. There were no primaries. Huh?
So that's what the convention was for.
Exactly.
Right? Pick a candidate.
Yep.
And now it's a fait accompli. They go to it's just a coronation of sorts. Really,
they sell fake ZZ Top shirts.
I mean, I feel like, screw you. We're not going to do your job for you and pay your money for you. I mean, you have to.
I see it.
What,
right.
Now, what just happened to my background there? Oh,
This, I didn't do it.
Not me.
Jeff started writing code.
This is just amazing to me. Just amazing to me.
His shirt is
all of a
color.
sudden I'm blue. I'm, you know. There we go. I just put it back. See, I can't. I give up. I give up. None of this technology works for. No matter how great they say this technology is.
Your picture disappeared off your green screen.
What?
Right? Your background picture disappeared off your green screen.
Yeah. But now it's back.
No, I'm just saying. Jeff said your shirt was a different color.
No.
Hey, Alex, are you running that on a Mac or a PC?
A Mac.
Yeah, I had a friend who does a show like this, and the same thing happened to him last week. The background just went off like that.
Really? Well, it might be just a new little problem, you know, that Zoom has, you know.
Yeah, it's probably a Zoom Mac bug.
But they don't have the same amount of problems as Skype had. Anyway, hey, listen, there's the theme song. Gotta go, gotta skip out of here.
God, that was fast.
Huh?
That was fast.
Yeah, it went pretty good. Yeah, Alan, thank you for joining us. Charlie, always great to have. What does your thing say?
Oh, that's how I roll.
That's how I roll. Okay. And you'll have to explain that to us next time.
Love biscuits.
Don't take the shirt off. Wear it over until the next show. And Brian, thank you so much. Jeff, great to see you again. Kevin, glad to have you back from Arizona. And Ray, always nice to see you here. Everybody, give a big wave goodbye, and I'll give a big wave bye at you. Okay, there we go. There they go, ladies and gentlemen. And what's next is Amy Manuel is back with the Intersection, and she'll be taking calls on Skype at Gabnet Live. I'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same station in life. And in the meantime, as always, if you see her, tell her I love her, okay? Bye-bye, everybody.